Good morning. Welcome to day two of our Taiwan vlog series. I don't know if I can even make this into a series, but that's what our background looks like from inside the room. I've showered. I've prepared myself because we're gonna go off to a place that's called Rainbow Village, and also to Miyahara, which is a very famous dessert place. I'm sure if you've watched any Taiwan vlogs, you would have already seen that as well. Um, to be very honest, there isn't really much to do here in Taiwan, well, in Taichung. Um, we went to the Feng Shui night market last night. I have to warn you that getting home is pretty difficult. The buses are not very reliable in terms of their timings. We stood for a good 20 to 25 minutes waiting for the bus that was meant to have come 15 minutes before. Or what? So when we stood there, it was meant to one was meant to come in 10 minutes and the other was meant to come in 20 minutes, and we waited for both and neither of them arrived. So we ended up getting a taxi. Thankfully, the taxi didn't really cost that much, because we were kind of worried because we were running out of cash. And also, the taxi drivers are not great with English. They also can't really read English. So, even if you show them the address to where you're going or your destination, they probably wouldn't be able to determine that. So, you're going to have to make sure that you have a Chinese translation of the location. Make sure you've got internet so that you can Google and translate everything that you need, because the elderly, especially the elderly taxi drivers, they don't know. They tell you Google, Google, Google. That's what they'll tell you to do. Um, and then they need to see the address written in Chinese, or is it Mandarin? I can't tell. I'm sorry. I can't tell the difference between Mandarin, Cantonese, Hokkien, but simplified Chinese is probably what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so make sure you do that, because if you are in a location that does not have an MRT nearby, the buses are not great. And we were supposed to catch bus number 33 close to where we stay at, but the bus didn't even stop. Like, it stopped for 2 seconds, let two people in, and then left. There was no proper stopping, and we were at a proper bus stop. So that's been my experience so far. It's not been great, and really, we arrived here. While there are signages, they're not. You know how in Japan there's so many signages and the MRTs are so huge that you would really get lost, but you don't, because everything is all organized. It's not like that here. I do really like the food and the country. It's very clean. It actually, when I first arrived, I thought it reminded me a lot of how Japan um, is organized with everything, really. So I thought, wow, that's pretty great. Our hotel even has Japanese toilets, which is which is to me a big deal, because I just love Japanese toilets. I told my husband actually once that the best thing about my trips to Japan is that even their public toilets are Japanese toilets and they're very clean. Yeah, that's me. Anyways, so today we are planning on Rainbow Village, and then we are gonna go to Miyahara, and then we're gonna head back to Taipei and stay there for the rest of the week that we're here. We fly back to Australia on Friday. Alrighty, see you.
10 stop, she said, huh?
So we arrived here at the Rainbow Village, and honestly, it's so small. Like, this is quote unquote the village. It's one little alleyway filled with a couple of houses that are painted. This is pretty much it. I think there must be maybe 5 to 10 houses that have been painted. And apparently some of it were damaged, like the murals were damaged before, so it was redone, but it was like school kids who were asked to paint the murals. But yep, that's what that looks like. Let's go in and see if there's anything. Yeah, so this is like the alleyway. I wouldn't call this a village, really. It's like more like a little compound. Oh, there's like a nice little area with crochet on it. But that's the village for you. Took us half an hour to get here from our hotel through the bus. It's the G1 bus. And yeah, this is it. So the reviews were right. It's going to take you maybe 10 to 15 minutes to see everything, and then if you are coming from Taipei, it's probably not worth coming just for this. So you have to have an entire day planned out in Taichung. Luckily, we're already in Taichung, so it was just like a matter of getting on the bus. So just a little history about this Rainbow Village place. It was apparently created by a former soldier back in the 1920s. And there used to be 1,200 houses painted like that. They did that in order to prevent it from getting demolished, but it looks like that didn't prevent it from doing anything. And it's now just like a little compound. Anyways, we are now on our way to Miyahara. There's a lot of fish in the canal. Look. I'm gonna try and focus. See? Loads of them. That is it. Just ice cream. So we weren't really impressed by the Miyahara ice cream. It might have just been the flavor that we chose. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna end the vlog here as we travel back to Taipei today.